read that you have been prevented to make a lecture in the beginning. They wanted to prevent you from making a lecture unless you take off your hijab.
Yes.
Can you tell me the story?
That was in Istanbul, and I went into a university, and as I walked through the security, this man came forward and he told me to remove my hijab. I didn't understand what he was saying. I think he thought that I was Turkish. And the sister with me translated, and I turned around and said, "Shame on you, how dare you ask me as your sister in Islam to remove my hijab?" And he was trying to explain that it was his job and that he had to do this. And I asked him, is that how he would defend himself on the day of judgment? And he was saying, please, you know, just remove your hijab. And I said, no, I'm not taking it off. If you want to take it off, you have to rip it off my head. And he looked, and I think I made a reference to, I'm sure your mother will be very proud of you. And that was it. I don't know what it is about men and their mothers, but he just and walked to the end and just went like that. So I went in to this this conference, and it was about human rights, and I made a speech, and I had a very good translator, and I got to the point where I was telling the story about being asked to remove my hijab.
Yeah.
And I likened this sort of persecution to the way that Jews were treated during the run-up to the Holocaust, and said didn't have to remove anything, but they had to put on a yellow star so they could be seen. And you know, this is. It is wrong to discriminate against people like this. And then I said, and what is wrong with my hijab? Would the Turkish military, rather their wives and daughters behaved like drunken Westerners on their south coastline and walk around very, you know, almost naked? Or would they prefer their wives and daughters to dress like me and wear a hijab? And the girl stopped translating because she said, I can't, but most of the people in the audience understood the English and cheered. So I haven't been back, no, I've been back to Turkey once since, and I've been fine. So
You didn't face any problem in Turkey? It's not that.
No, and I do take advantage of the fact that I'm a woman and that I'm a Westerner and a visitor, so I know that I can get away with saying a little more perhaps than other people.